Urine in carpet is kind of like an iceberg. You may see a small spot on top, but underneath the carpet, it's really kind of spread out.
This is the Check-A-Pro Radio Show. Check-A-Pro Joe has assembled a team of pre-qualified home service contractors to bring you the latest in services, products, and techniques. Now, here's your host, the man with a hard hat and tool belt, Check-A-Pro Joe.
Got a question for my carpet cleaning expert here on the radio program today, Eric Olson from Safe and Soft Carpet Cleaning. Will carpet cleaning remove the odors in my carpet? And I'll also add this to it, the floor below the carpet. What's the answer, bud?
All right. Well, great question, Joe. And usually that's kind of a complicated question. It depends, right? We do specialize in the removal of pet stains and odors as long as the carpet hasn't been overly saturated or damaged. There's a number of ways that we can remove those urine. A lot of times is most often the case from the carpet. Let's say that you have so much urine that it gets down into the padding underneath or the concrete floor or the wood plank subfloor underneath, right? When it's penetrated that much, your best bet is actually to replace the padding and seal or encapsulate the subfloor underneath because the urine is so severe. Urine in carpet is kind of like an iceberg. So you may see a small spot on top, but underneath the carpet, it's really kind of spread out. And so a lot of times when we use a treatment, whether that's an enzyme or an oxidating product like a peroxide or chlorine dioxide that helps kill the odor-causing bacteria and or break down those urine salts, we have to pour down at least as much as the pet put down in the first place. But again, it really kind of depends on how much the pet is urinated or compromised the carpet there. There's a number of ways to address that. So typically an evaluation from a professional to come in and take a look at that is your best bet. Most of the time we can treat that and take care of that and have had great success determining the degree and the restoration and odor removal that you can expect. And the other thing is too, like if you still have a pet, like chances are they're probably going to have another accident. It's how do you want to, mitigate that problem?
So the moral of the story is the carpet can be saved. Possibly the pad can't. You might have to seal the floor because when it gets wet again, for sure, through humidity or other moisture getting on top of it, it will smell again.
That's right. It reactivates those urine salts and brings those odors back. So a lot of times people were like, well, I don't want a pet treatment. I don't need a pet treatment. And we're like, well, if you defer on that, then the odor may come back when it gets wet again after we clean it. So, there's usually a waiver for something like that. Well, if that happens, then just know that we would have to come back and apply a pet treatment. And there would be an additional charge for that. So we come through and we can inspect with black lights to determine whether or not there's spots and whether or not they need to be treated or neutralized.
Eric, thank you so much for your professional cleaning advice for carpet. Safe and Soft Carpet Cleaning in Boise, Idaho. All of their information is located here in the description of the podcast.
Check-A-Pro is your local source for pre-qualified contractors. Stay tuned for more of the Check-A-Pro Radio Show.